Don't blink, it's your boy Ink. Welcome to the Commentary Show. We're doing once having a wonderful day on this 10th April 2025. We're filming the nature, we're filming the tower, we're uploading videos, and we're filming the tower here. So quite a busy morning, but we're doing okay, we're doing fantastic. I want to go back on a video that I did yesterday. And that video was the need to socialize. And I was watching this video because, again, it was taking some. Okay. I was watching this video again because I deleted TikTok because TikTok has a tendency to take a lot of place. And TikTok, when you boot it up, if your video file is too long, like you guys know that I do some long ass videos. Those videos will take a while to upload. So the first one I had to do yesterday, the first one that I wanted to upload was the video that needs to socialize, right? And I listened to the whole video, and I don't usually listen to my own video, but I did, and I need to rectify something, and it's actually a really good thing. It's actually a really, really positive thing. I think yesterday I was talking about how I feel like, okay, well, I'm ready to have more friends. Okay, I'm ready. I feel like I'm ready to date, right? And something extremely amazing happened. There's evolution there at the same time. Like there's a couple of years, even when I started at the other job, I was willing to take any form, and when I say any, I mean any form of friendship or any form of affection because there was so little in my life, right? Now we're able to say, like for example, right? I had a TikTok live about 2 days ago, and there was two trolls, right? And they were both assholes, and I did say that in the stream. And then I was in a really good mood because I just worked out. So like, dude, I'm exhausted. You're not gonna make me tired. I'm exhausted. You're not gonna make me mad, right? There's no way you're gonna make me mad. I'm too tired to be mad, right? And then when the guy saw that I wasn't reacting, and I made one of the troll laugh, and the troll became nice to me, right? And there was another troll who was constantly pushing the envelope and pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing to get a reaction. And then the funny thing is, I speak French, yeah, and this guy didn't. One of my mod, Labelle Jordan, was in my chat, and she knew that he wasn't speaking in French, so she came to me in French, and she's like, "Yo, it's good as he's a fucking dumbass, right?" And I'm like, "Let him go." And then I was insulting him in French, which possibly should have not done, but then again, the guy was trolling for multiple, I would say 20 minutes, right? And constantly spamming and spamming and spamming. And then the guy who warmed up to me was like, "How did you call me?" Because I called the two of them dumbass, and they were both dumb. If you're trolling someone, you're a dumbass. Why are you doing that? But at the same time, it's funny because the guy who warmed up to me is like, he got offended. He said, "What do you mean? I thought we were cool." I said, "Dude, you came in to troll. That you like me now. It's not. It's If you didn't like me, you would still be trolling. You know. So that's your problem. That's not my problem, right?" And I remember time, like I said yesterday, where I would have took anybody, the troll, if they were not nice, I would have took them to my stream. I would have took them into the content because I was so lonely, but also I felt like I needed so much. See, yesterday we did also a video which was called are, why aren't we giving up, right? And the simple fact where I don't feel as deep diving into the content creation as I was, the simple factor of, okay, well, I want to content create, but still to a degree where it's healthy, right? Still to a degree where, okay, we did this, we did that, it's healthy. Let's move on, and we'll see how it goes in the next years. So, for example, next year there's gonna be a lot less content being made. However, we're gonna be seeing how the channel grow. Are the videos that I did last year or this year, are there enough to make the channel grow, or are we gonna have to wait until we have another break to make some more content, right, and rectify the shot? It's like the way I see it, and I was talking to Shao yesterday, one of my best friend, and Shao is a huge fan of sports, and he was talking about basketball, right? And then he was saying that he was the player that played the most. He was playing 22 minutes on the court, 22 minutes, right? And then they still lost. And then he was really done about that, and I was like, dude, how much did other people played? And then he told me the people and how much time they played, and it was this guy who played for 12 minutes, right? And I'm like, don't be mad at the person who played 22 minutes. who did their best. They're not the person that did 80 minutes and didn't do enough. No, it's a team. It's a team effort. It's a team sport. The world doesn't fall upon your shoulder, bro. Because he does feel like that sometimes, and he mentioned it to me, right? So I'm like, don't do that, bro. And then with the content creation, since I'm taking a step back from this obsession, right? Which is a great thing, thank God. I hope you guys are happy, right? With the obsession of making content, we're in a really really cool position, but also a really weird one where I'm like, even if I don't get views or comments, I don't really mind. So when the guy came to troll, I was in a position of, yo, I need to win them over. I'm like, if you like me, fine. If you don't like me, fuck you. I don't care, right? And I know that's not nice to say, but at the same time, I'm not gonna kiss somebody's ass so they like me if I don't need to, you know? I'll kiss my boss's ass because I need to, because he pays the bill. You're not paying my bills. You're not doing shit for me. If you're nice, the simple fact of you being nice to me or a nice guy, right, is enough. Yesterday we had a TikTok live, right, and we had somebody, and she came in, and she wanted to talk about something, right? And I could see that she had a hard time explaining herself. I'm like, hey, do you want, by any chance, do you want to go in a corner? And she's like, yes, please. Right? And then she came to the corner, and then she ended up staying. And then I was saying, thank you and thank you. She's like, why are you thanking me? Dude, thanks to you, the content is better. Right? You did something for me. And she's like, oh, okay. She didn't need to do much. But the little she did was a lot for me, you know? I think this is important. So where are we going with that? There's actually a big evolution in the psyche that we have right now. And this big evolution in the psyche that I have right now is how desperate we are for human connection. Yesterday, I was talking about how I would love to have more human connection, but not to a level where it's unhealthy. Like, you're open-minded to make some new relationship, but not to a degree where, okay, well, I need to. I would like, but I don't need to. I would like, but it's not an obligation. I would like, but I won't die if I don't do it, you know? So it's a really nice thing. And like I was saying, lately, I put myself out there more romantically, right? And there's a point in my life where I would go on Badoo or on Tinder. I would get one match, right? Okay, so we didn't get a lot of matches, but still. And because we would not get a lot of matches, the match that we did get, we would go, not obsessive over it, but I was like, holy shit, I need to make this work, right? Because this is the only match that I had today. I need to make this work. And I was willing to make extra effort into someone I didn't really like, because I was so desperate, right? And that was bad. That was bad. But then, was it bad, or do you understand the need for socialization? Do you understand the reason why we do it? Did you agree with the reason why we're doing it? Right? And it's not necessarily the action that you did, is the fact that we understand, right? That's important. That is important, because you complete psyche change. You complete psyche change. Okay, well, he did this and this and this. This is why. Do I understand the reason as to why? Or I think he's an asshole. I understand the reason as to why. Okay, I can forgive the why, right? So it's a great thing. It's a great thing. We just talk about being vulnerable, right? There's a video on that. Now, the video about being vulnerable. When I feel vulnerable, do I let people in, or is my guard up? Right? And that's not the true question, because the true question is, some people you'll let in, some people you won't. And that's where things are different. It's not necessarily about, oh, I let you in. It's about why I let you in, and why I let you in, but I didn't let the other person in. Because I know that I can trust you, or you can help, versus somebody that I would have asked and they didn't really care. Right? I had this it's funny. This morning we had a conversation with the neighbor that are sharing the balcony with me, and they're super kind, super kind, and we never talk because, again, it's a very individualist society. Canada is, we don't talk. And this morning we simply said good morning, right? And it was nice. And then there's other neighbors that I don't like at all. He's judgmental. He thinks he's above everybody else. He makes a joke about everybody else. You know, he's not insulting, but passive aggressive, right? And about 3 weeks ago, he comes in and he gave me shit. I don't remember as to why, but he gave me shit. And he's insisting. And I was listening to him. I was standing still as he was giving me shit. And then it hit me. You're not my fucking dad. Who are you to me? You live in the same building I do. We're not even neighbor. I don't have to listen to you. So I just left. And then he ran after me and he was like, hey, I'm talking to you. I looked at him and I said, I don't care. Now, was that nice of me? No, of course not. But this guy allowed himself to be mean to me because I allow it. The bully that I had for years at work was my fault. We didn't put some boundaries. We didn't tell him stop it. We didn't tell him, hey, I'm not okay with that. We're just fucking pouting. We're just fucking, oh, I don't like that. You're not gonna change shit by doing that, right? You're not gonna change shit. I allow that. Now, the reason as to why I allow it is because I had so little interaction that I was like, okay, well, if it's a shitty interaction, it's an interaction, right? It's the simple fact, is the simple concept of a good deed. So people will go in and say, okay, well, I want to do a good deed every single day, right? So you go every single day and you do a good deed. Who the fuck are you to say, hey, this person deserves a good deed and this person doesn't? Who the fuck are you to say, I'm only going to do one nice thing per day? Doesn't make any fucking sense. You know? It's just stupid fucking societal norm that are outdated and baseless. So yeah, and I was proud of myself for yesterday because those shows came in and I wasn't mad. Well, it wasn't yesterday, it was the day before. And I wasn't mad. I would react to it. I wasn't mad. I was like, you know what? This is the first time in so long that the people came. Right? And of course I felt bad because I did insult the guy who became nice. But at the same time, this person wasn't nice to begin with. Wasn't nice. You came in with bad intention. You left with good intention, that's cool, but you came in with bad intention. And I've been having this huge problem for the last year or 2 years. I've been having this ultimate issue as to where I do not know how to react with people. I don't know how to be social. The reality is I know how to be social, right? I do know how. I can be very kind, I can be very nice. The problem is I was being kind and nice to everybody. So then everybody takes a little bit out of you. They take a little bit out of you. They take a little bit out of you. And then when the people that deserve it, your real friend, they come in and say, hey, can you be nice to me? I'm like, oh, sorry, the bank is closed because I gave out all the kindness away. Who's the asshole here? You. Even though you were nice to other people, you're still an asshole because those friends that are there for you, you weren't there for them. Now, being exhausted is not an excuse because you chose to be exhausted. Right? You chose to be exhausted. If I was able to say, you know what? I don't know you. Like there's this person, right? And she came in, and I didn't even know her. And I talked about this person a lot. Well, not a lot, but still. And she came in and she was like, hey, you should put some hashtag on your video. And I was like, you're absolutely right. I should do that. And then the next day she came back to me and we talked. And this time we just talked about life. I was like, okay, it's cool. And then the third day, I was like, she came back to talk to me in a row. And I'm like, listen, I appreciate the fact that you want to talk. I don't know you. We don't know each other. We're not friends. You're very kind, but I don't know you. Now, that was an asshole move, but at the same time, it's true. And she took it the wrong way. But the reality is, you're not going to get along with everybody, or you're not supposed to be friends with everybody. She was super kind, but then I didn't want it to become like this super important thing, right? I don't know why. I don't know why I did that. See, the guy we blocked yesterday because he was self-serving. We did block him, but how many weeks when we met him, and we knew he was not a good person. How many weeks did we let him in our lives and our content? A lot. Why did we do that? I don't know. Anyway, love you guys. Take it easy. Peace.